Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Versus. This is a prequel to 29. It looks like. So we're almost
coming up on the big 3-0, the dirty 30.
Yeah, we're almost to another new digit, and we always
sweet.
I don't even have a joke for that. And this is prequel episode. So we're gonna assign the movies. This is the podcast in defense of bad movies. I think I already said my name is.
Well, each episode after 29 will still be 29 because we don't want to be.
Yeah,
old,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
the first anniversary of our 29th podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I already said I'm Tyler Lamb.
No, do it again just to be sure.
I'm Tyler Lamb.
Okay.
And sitting here with me is Steve Janik. Steve, how's it going?
It's all right. It's all right. We're approaching final season for me again, so that's terrifying.
All right. And then also Charlie Pixley. Chuck, what's up?
Nothing much.
All right. On this episode, we're going to assign the movies. I think Charlie has a theme that is from a listener who was posted on the Facebook. Also, we just came back from seeing Fate of the Furious.
We were in the car ride home.
And,
the car ride took 5 minutes less than it should have. That's how fast
we're currently...
Landlord Kevin drove.
No, we're currently recording in the car. Steve, I don't know what you're talking about.
This must be like a Rolls Royce with the sound quality in here.
Uh-huh, exactly.
And there's tons of room.
Yeah, I mean, we're just using the built-in microphones. The car, I bought that car that with the all-inclusive package. So they built in those microphones.
The all-inclusive package of microphones and recording equipment.
I mean, if you're spending $1 million on a car, you might as well throw in an extra $1,000.
Exactly. I mean, what's $1,000? Let's be honest. If it's $1 million, if you're spending $1 million already, what's another $1,000?
Yeah.
So, you got to get the best that your money can buy. But yeah,
this podcast brought to you by Montezuma's Tequila. Only the best.
No, this episode's brought to you by Corona. Because when you're here, you're family. That's Corona's, right? That's their slogan. But yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, I guess we can just go straight into Charlie. I see you got a hat, and
so we have the user request for
which
the category.
Was
Kevin James movies.
Yeah, I believe Madeline O'Mara commented that
so
on
thank
our
you
Facebook
for the
page.
request. And again, anybody make requests, we will do them.
Oh yeah, and it just took us a little bit longer to do this one because Steve confessed that he has actually seen almost every Kevin James movie, so he could not be the judge because because it would be impossible to choose since he loves them all.
We should have known though, because that was the top bullet point on his resume when he applied to be on this podcast.
Right.
No,
seen every Kevin James movie.
I'm gonna say this right now. I like Kevin James stand up. I'm throwing that out there. I like his stand up, but his movies are all. I don't know why I continue to watch them. Every time I see one, I'm like, come on, Kevin, I'm giving you another chance. And then when I'm done, I'm like, why did I give you another chance?
Whenever I think about Kevin James, he seems like one of those guys where
you get aroused.
Yeah, that's a given. I feel like he would be really fun to probably hang out with and shoot the shit with. Mm-hmm. Just have some beers or something, because I'm sure he has some crazy stories, and he's probably naturally funny. Mm-hmm. Even though his movies are to the contrary.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just get that vibe from him.
They're unnaturally unfunny.
At this point, they're naturally unfunny.
It's just all natural. Maybe it's... no, that's it.
Well, I mean, it's just you can only listen to those 4 jokes so many times.
Yeah, really. And so again, if you have suggestions that you want us to do, go ahead. And this isn't the first time we've done a user requested movie. We did. I know we did. What was it? What was that movie? The Tom Cruise movie. Those two sci-fi movies.
The 80
Legend versus Kroll.
Yeah, Kroll.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Then we did Ian recommended the Nick Cage ones, I think.
That's right,
or direct to DVD, and I think it was one that was both.
Yeah, I think
we did direct to DVD Nick Cage.
Yeah, that's what we did. And yeah, so comment on the Facebook at Movie Versus Podcast, or find us on Twitter as well, or Gmail. So
all right, see you guys next week.
Yeah, all right. Charlie, what do you got there? You got a lot of...
So I have 4 pairs of movies, and I want you guys to pick 2 pairs. Don't look at them, Steve.
I can't. I
So
cannot
one of
read
them
from
is
this.
I was
like-
wondering why you had those pairs sitting on your lap. So you wrote the names of the movies on the pairs, and you
Yeah.
have and okay, we gotta.
I don't know how I'm gonna fit them all in this hat.
We'll just write it on the different sections of the pear, and whichever one I randomly bite into,
Sure.
that will be the pear.
Well, he actually the note is inside of the pear,
Yes.
and so when you bite into it,
So-
you can pull out the note.
It's a Chinese fortune pear.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay.
Okay, now that you understand,
What
That's-
are my lucky numbers?
That old thing. All right, so you can either do crime fighting drama.
So Parblard
Are you-
1 and 2.
crime fighting drama? And I guess I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry because they're like
crime fighting.
they're firefighters.
That's not crime.
crime.
Hey,
I guess
fire.
arson.
Fire is is a criminal.
Top 10 on the most wanted list is fire.
He's above
The law.
Okay.
Roman. What's his name
There's another one.
from Fast and Furious?
Oh.
There's another one, another category that is like kids and kid related things.
Okay.
Zookeeper and maybe one of the grown-ups.
There's another
Or no,
one.
Pixels.
Hold on. There's another one which is fun jobs.
Oh, that one's definitely Zookeeper.
Yeah, and maybe here comes the I don't know.
And there's another. The final category is what?
Oh man.
No, wait, hold on.
And
what?
we and you're having us pick two pairs.
That one's I now
Yeah.
pronounce
Yeah.
you Chuck and Larry.
Man. Yeah, Steve, what do you think?
Or I can pick the 2 pairs that I would like to give.
I think
you
I
guys.
like that a little bit.
I want to hear them, but my knee-jerk reaction is fun jobs and what?
Yeah, I'm with you on-
But I want to hear what Charlie's.
I agree. I agree with you. And then
Okay.
I want to hear the rejected. I don't want to know. Actually, yeah. Tell us what we picked and do the rejected ones first.
Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll just do the 3 pairs that I don't like this one pair. I'll do the 3 pairs. I will assign you both randomly each one. Then you guys decide which pair that you want to do. Is
Wait,
that
what do you?
fine?
I don't know what you
So I'll
mean.
put 2 in, randomly assign you each one of them. Then I'll do it again for the next 2, and then you
Okay.
guys have to agree on which pair you want to watch.
I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
Okay. What did you throw away?
I almost dove after it.
You can't see if you want. I don't even
it's
remember.
all
That,
over
that
there.
was the one I wanted the least. Oh, that was the childlike one, I think. Yeah.
What do we got?
That's Pixels and Grown Ups, too.
Yeah, Pixels and grown-ups.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so we'll go with, at first,
That's good because Pixels was not great.
Fun Jobs.
Just
Fun
cannot
jobs.
believe that
Okay.
you saw that.
Here we
Mostly,
go.
probably in theaters.
No, I saw it on DVD on vacation with my family.
Okay.
My niece rented it from Redbox.
So
Gotcha.
your niece hates your entire family.
She seems to not be a fan. She
My computer fell down, and I don't think any of us noticed.
I didn't
She-
hear it.
Neither did I.
That's because your carpet's so lush.
Yeah.
My niece brought along Princess Diaries 1 and 2 and would only let us watch the second one.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I gotta mix these up, and it's hard because there's only 2. Okay, Tyler, you ready?
Oh, I was born ready, baby.
You have Zookeeper,
Oh, okay.
and Steve has Here Comes the Boom.
Okay.
This
All right.
is just one pair.
All right, and that was Fun Jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's crime fighting.
Jesus.
What is it?
Crime fighting
Crime
drama.
fighting.
So which one of us gets the first Paul Blart? Which one of us gets the second Paul Blart?
Steve, you'll go first.
They're just.
Steve, you have True Memoirs of an International
Oh, okay.
Assassin.
Oh, that's the one that just released on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Damn, no, I kind of. Oh,
Tyler, you have Paul Blart too.
Oh, God,
Because
fuck.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah. Haven't we all? I mean, it's,
And
All right, and the last category, which I think will be the best one,
is what?
it's what? All right, let's see.
all right. He's
Tyler, you have a movie called Stranded, starring Christian Slater, but Kevin James is in it.
Okay.
Am I gonna get
So
like?
this would
Am
be-
I gonna get like grilled?
This would be my second Christian Slater movie that I've seen.
Well, for the podcast.
Yeah. No, ever.
Steve, you have a movie called Little Boy,
What?
What?
which is
Sorry, this category was apparently incredibly
it's
aptly
a
named.
religious drama where Kevin James plays a doctor.
Charlie cannot stop laughing.
a religious movie where he plays a doctor.
And the critics'
my
consensus on it had me laughing so hard.
Jesus Christ! What?
I think both of these have 0%.
And what? How big of a role does Kevin James have in them?
In both of them, I think he's a side character. He's like the third build.
So he may just be a cameo.
But that's what's funny to me about that category. Then,
I
and
don't
I
know.
paired those up too because of that.
While those might be good,
You guys could watch the trailers for them if you want, and then we could always just come back.
What do you think, Steve? Do you want to? What are you leaning towards most? Because I feel like you want to watch that assassin movie. But I have to watch Paul Blart too.
You know which ones I want.
I'm leaning towards that one just because it's Kevin James in a lead role.
Yeah.
Like the other,
I get
and
that.
I feel like that's what we need to subject ourselves to for this.
Can we also watch the Little Boy trailer though in the meantime?
Can we watch that together before the next cast?
The movie?
Well, I probably can't do it before next class because I'm going to be busy next week. I'm probably just going to have enough time to watch this movie and then record.
Whatever.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess let's. God damn it! I feel like that assassin movie is gonna be better than. I got a lot of work. Cut
I feel
out,
like it's going to be surprisingly similar.
All right. I got
More violence.
No, because mine. He's not even an actual assassin. I haven't seen the movie, but I know for a fact that he wrote a book about it, and then someone just put based on a true story on the book, and then people think that he's an assassin. He's not really an assassin.
Yeah, that's right.
So I guess that's the category we're going.
Look at
with.
that headshot.
Yeah.
I know, as much as I want to see the what titles, I feel like it's not going to be a true representation of Kevin James's career.
All right, I'll pull up the fucking trailers right now. We'll watch these. Paul Blart, Mall Cop Dose, the sequel, versus what was the name of the other one? The Deadly.
True Memoirs of an International Assassin. Duh.
Okay, all right. We know the movie's good when it says full movie. When
And
you
that
type
one
it
is
into-
on Netflix, so
Yeah.
you don't even have to pay for anything.
What, Paul Blart 2 is?
No, the other one is a Netflix movie.
Yeah, but it's Paul Blart 2. I'm gonna have to pay for it, aren't I?
It might be on Netflix. They probably gave him like
I'm
$5.
I'm sure if you try to pay for it on like iTunes, they'll be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, they don't allow
Like
you.
it just sends you to a link for a download.
They flag your account. All right, yeah, we'll watch these trailers.
I liked when he dropped the clip out of that dude's gun, though. He would have already had a cock, so
Yeah,
he could
there
have
would
just
be-
had one in the chamber. And imagine if that's how the movie had. He just drops the clip and just, okay.
Shoots him anyway. So there's still one in the chamber, you idiot. I counted, out of those two trailers we watched, I counted 4 jokes that entailed him falling over, and they were all in my movie. They were all 4 in the trailer, the 2-minute trailer for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
The funniest part out of both of them was when he gets blown up.
By an RPG. That happened in both of them, yeah. That was the funniest part in both of the trailers.
But all of, I mean, I didn't really laugh at my trailer.
I don't think that.
You laughed at your trailer.
No, I don't think any of us laughed at anything from our trailer, except we all kind
At
of
our own jokes?
We all went at the RPG thing. We all
Yeah.
kind of went like,
And that was just funny because we got to see Kevin James die.
Wow.
It's just, oh my god.
Thanks a lot, Madeline.
Yeah, seriously, she obviously hates me. Because
I don't think she's a fan of any of us.
she rused us. She's got us all goofed or tricked. Because
we done goofed.
yeah. I don't
Consequences
even know.
will
you
never
pull
be the
up
same.
The critics' consensus
All
for
right,
Little Boy, though.
Fine. I guess we'll do this on air.
I think it's worth
or
it.
Whatever. It's called Little Boy.
Yes, it is.
Am I gonna be put on a fucking list for
As long as you search on Rotten
If
Tomatoes.
anything, you're getting taken off a list.
2015 with Emily Watson?
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so well-meaning but manipulative on a horrifically misguided scale, Little Boy is the rare faith-based film that many viewers may find legitimately offensive.
Wow.
And it has... It doesn't... Oh no, I thought it was Jacob Tremblay. And I was like, oh, shit.
The fact that they were like even faith-based viewers are going to be like
One of the
Nope.
reviews, the rotten reviews, is I need to take a shower. And that's it. That's how.
Is it because? No, never mind. I can't even bring myself to make that joke.
It'd be funny if it was, I need to take a shower, and this movie fucking sucks.
But yeah, so I'm seeing Paul. God, fuck, that title is even Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and Steve is seeing the true memoirs of an international assassin.
That's true.
Both Kevin James movies. Both
using movie in a very loose term.
Yeah, I just, okay. Well, anyway, we Madeline also hooked us up with the ability to see Fate of the Furious for free. She got us the VIP exclusive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we were in the theater by ourselves months ago. We just couldn't talk about it till now because we weren't allowed.
Exactly. Yeah, the NDA agreement.
Yeah, that we signed, that we all individually signed.
we
Yeah,
got
the
to actually
embargo.
help make the final cut. We were like, yeah, get rid of that part.
Yeah, exactly. We tried to get any mention of Brian just cut completely, and yeah, I can't think of anything else.
I mean,
Can be
We
remotely
did.
funny.
It was too hard for us, so we wanted to spare the audience.
Exactly. And this movie, what did you guys think? Let's just, what did you guys think of this movie? Steve, you want to start? You look like
I mean, I could watch that prison break scene over and over again.
yeah, with Jason Statham
Yeah.
and The Rock.
That held my attention the best out of anything in the movie. I
By
felt
far.
like.
Yeah, I would agree
Well,
with
and
that.
then that part where The Rock just pulls the concrete bench from the wall and proceeds
starts
The whole
to
prison
curl it.
sequence was
Curl it.
great. Like those two, they're back and forth. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is I wanted to see them actually fight.
Oh my God, I wanted
I want another fight
sweet
between
fight.
them two because I mean the last time they fought we got the rock bottom
Yeah.
that was awesome.
That part where like The Rock is just running and he like baseball slides off a balcony into a chain link fence to bounce onto the ground
Yeah.
to chase him down.
And then Jason Statham does some Spider-Man shit when
yeah, he
runs
does.
up
He
on
does
that
some
chain
free
link.
running.
He definitely does, and they both did their own stunts. That's what no strings.
Really?
I'm just making that up.
Because I would be impressed by Jason Statham if he did all those stuff.
Yeah, he did some crazy stuff. But as a movie as a whole, like, would you see this again? Would you recommend somebody to go watch it? How about just rate it amongst the Fast and Furious series?
What's better than 2?
Ooh. You think? Do you think 2 is the worst?
I think 2 is really bad.
Oh man, you're gonna have to get out because that's one of my favorites.
Better than
Really?
3.
It's way.
It's better than
All
4.
right, wait, when you say 3, you mean Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tokyo,
Okay, definitely better than Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo
too.
Drift's the worst one in my opinion.
I would agree with that.
I would say that it's probably it's under 7, 6, and 5.
I'd say it's
and
probably
2
tied with
for me.
6 for me.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it was absolutely like
just ridiculous.
ridiculously like cuckoo banana pants insane. Like it was not. It made no sense.
Not
and
even
it
a little.
was, and it was honestly, it wasn't good either. Like if we're
No,
actually,
hold on. There's a difference between saying it is not good and saying I will see it again.
That's what I'm saying. Like I had a blast with this movie, and I would watch it again. But I
At
wouldn't.
home, maybe,
I would not say that it was a good.
Oh,
film.
definitely. Anybody that I told to watch this with, there would be a disclaimer.
Yeah, it's like no, this isn't good. This is just laugh at stupid shit. And some of the mostly intentional stuff at this point. Like they're genuine comedic moments.
I will say that there were plenty of like Charlize Theron, Vin Diesel scenes that I was bordering on uncomfortable with.
Yeah, I think that it's funny how they get so many Academy Award-winning actors and actresses, or at least nominated. Because hasn't Kurt Russell been nominated?
I'm not sure.
I feel like he has to. Have
Yeah,
by-
and I
by
mean
now.
Charlize Theron has won an Oscar, and I'm sure Helen Mirren has won an Oscar at
Yeah.
least
Yeah,
once.
But they lost one, though, because Brian's wife isn't in.
Yeah, Jordana
Jordana
Brewster.
Brewster.
When did she win an Oscar?
Annapolis.
I'm fucking with you. dude.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. I was like, what? What was she in?
Annapolis.
It was actually
Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Never mind. But it was just so like out there, and I think the thing that does make it even funnier to me at sometimes is I think that Vin Diesel takes it so
Oh,
serious.
yes.
Like
for sure.
And you said at the beginning, Chad, this movie started out like in its roots, like it started out with some street racing like party going on, and there's a street race.
I mean, the original is essentially just Point Break.
Yeah. And Charlie, a more extreme Point Break.
Well, yeah.
And Charlie pointed out that these movies are just a fucking Vin Diesel circle jerk. Like,
because he's the goddamn hero. Like,
yeah,
for
but
everything. But everybody's like,
all
oh
the time.
my God.
Like, oh yeah, you're the greatest.
Well, no, like when he
you won my respect.
and your respect, like that scene where like everybody is so excited that he won that they do not care that he nearly ran them over with the car.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to like the only reason they're not holding him up is because he's busy holding up children.
Yeah,
He's like, yes.
I think the problem lies with some of these, but the thing is, I do think that like Fast 5 is legitimately good.
Oh,
like just
yeah.
because it's in the same vein, but it is. I don't know how to
Fast
explain
5
it.
the first one with The Rock?
Yes.
The first one, that one always drives me crazy because I'm always like, why is The Rock always so goddamn wet? Like every scene, his beard is just glistening.
Well, that's the first time they really kind of went, okay, let's crank this shit up.
Yeah,
to
they were
11
just like,
minutes.
fuck it.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
just, and but I think if you think that these movies are like good and you're like trying to argue, you're like, no, dude, it's good. I mean, look at the amount of money it made. Look at the Rotten Tomato score. It's like, no, it's people are giving it a thumbs up because of how like self-aware it can be at a lot of times. But then again, I do earnestly believe that Vin Diesel thinks that it is like, I mean, he said about 7 that if it doesn't win best picture, then the Academy Awards are like out of touch or something like
and
that.
he was
blessed
he was
for that.
100% serious. 100% serious. Like I think he thinks these are like this is the greatest franchise of all time.
I don't know. I heard that they were somehow going to bring back Han for one of the future movies.
How the fuck would they do that?
I have no clue.
I don't
They
know.
said they were going to make it happen, and
if
he
Shaw-
is one of my favorite characters.
If Shaw survived that fucking fall off of that
Yeah.
plane, then I think Han can survive that explosion.
Right.
So I mean, that shit still bothers me. Even though, and they gave him like nothing to do in this movie. They brought him back, and they were, I guess, little spoilers,
who?
but
Shaw.
Shaw. Yeah, when him and
I can see him being more
the only thing
prevalent in the next
in
one.
the future. Yeah, I hope that they somehow work Jason Statham into the future movies too, because
he did a great job. Like, and his rapport with The Rock was easily the highlight of it.
Those are definitely the characters that I'm really, I don't want to say I only care about, but that I'm intrigued by when they're on the screen. I'm like, okay, I want to see what they do.
Because all Tyrese and Ludacris do are just battle over a girl.
Yeah,
like that was so
honestly,
boring and weird.
This was probably my least favorite.
Ludacris,
like of Tyrese, and like there's something. It's just, I think it might just be stale at this point. And I mean, he genuinely like makes me crack up in past movies, and there were a couple times where I like chuckled at things he said, but overall it's like, man, I mean, we get it, you guys bicker, like, you know what I mean?
And they're bickering over a girl.
I think with this is the first movie for me at least, and I agree with you, Steve. I definitely had fun watching it. I'm happy I saw it. Like, I would have gladly paid to see it, and I will gladly pay to see the next one until they're done. But I think this one was the first one where I guess the sheen has started to wear off a little bit. Where it's like, okay, they better start wrapping these up.
Yeah.
Get a couple more done, I guess.
Yeah.
The thing that didn't happen that I really wanted to see was, I wish there was more out of the car chase down of Toretto after all the three, like everyone in the group like running him down and him having to like basically do that car chase but on foot.
Yeah.
Like with The Rock trying to like flank him, Michelle Rodriguez coming after him, Tyree, even the new guy. The new
Scott Eastwood.
Fake Paul Walker is what I will call him.
You thought he was a Paul Walker replacement?
You don't think he was a Paul Walker replacement?
I don't. He didn't act. His character was a lot different than Paul Walker's character in my mind.
I mean, his character was different, but he was like the young gun.
I think
agent.
Did you listen to Three Wise?
Yeah, I did. I think I finished
when
it all.
they said, I can't remember who it was, but said that like he fills the role, but he's a different character. If that makes sense to bounce the jokes off of it and stuff.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I didn't give a shit about his character.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, he was
and
incredibly bland.
Every time I see him, I just am like looking at his face, thinking, man, when was he in Suicide Squad?
He had the backwards baseball cap on, dude.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought they cut his character completely from that movie until it came up in the credits. Scott Eastwood. I was like, where? Was he one of the soldiers?
No, dog,
with the
he was
full...
Nightwing. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was in the music video that Killer Croc was watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is even funnier than because it's BT.
And it's like not even a close up of it. It's just
No.
so that means they filmed their own thing with Scott Eastwood to put in. That's funny. It's kind of like in Batman v Superman when they filmed that football thing against like Gotham versus I don't remember who, but they it was Metropolis or something.
Yeah.
But they like I remember it was a big ordeal that they were going to be filming that scene. They're like, "Oh, extras, come on out and like fans can be the extras." And it's like in the background of a shot.
It's the two cops watching in their car, I think.
No, I thought it was at the Daily Planet. It's like on the screen or something.
Oh, it could be.
Either way,
it's on the TV behind the counter in the grainy footage that Batman has of the Flash.
that's exactly it. You can actually see the reflection of it in Aquaman's trident. When he's
You can't say that I'm not that pixel. I'm telling you, I'm it.
I remember that. I swear to God, I was wearing that. But Fast and Furious, Fate of the Furious, and they didn't spell it with an 8, which is dumb.
I think I'm ready too for a final one, and that I think I'll like the final one more too if I know for certain that it will be the last one. So it's like I can enjoy this more knowing this is gonna be the last time I'll hear these dumb Tyrese jokes for the first time. This is the last time I'm gonna see this crazy shit happening.
9 could for sure be the last one because I think
they've already got the
trilogies.
Well, they want to do trilogy. So after
they do have the villain
after
locked up.
6, they said we want to do another trilogy. But then after 7 came out, they said we're doing 3 more. So they might go to 10. Who
I don't know
knows if
because
they can sustain it though.
Because
I guess money wise,
I feel like there's no way that they can make sense of The Rock coming back now since he like 100%.
Well,
with his
unless
daughter,
his kid gets on the team.
Oh God.
Unless his kid gets kidnapped.
The kid,
because
That'd be a good
Charlize Theron's still in the wind. So like,
yeah, that's true. Charlize Theron's still there, which I still don't. I honestly don't really get her character's motivation at all.
Or her weird half dreadlocks.
It's very gross.
Yeah, they were awful, and oh God, there's so many.
She looked like every boring character that went to Jamaica for a vacation in every sitcom.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's an apt description. I mean, it was fun. Go see it with friends if you're gonna go see it. I wouldn't
Drink a Corona or 12.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, did you see Fate of the Furious yet?" Oh, shit!
Unless it was one of us or something.
Yeah. But it's like I would not be like, "Oh my God, dude!" Like going to work and just be like, "Listen, everybody, stop what you're doing. You need to see Fate of the Furious."
Send an email to the entire company.
Yeah.
Like if your friends are like, "Hey, now that they know that I saw it," and they ask me, I'm like, "If you really like the other movies, check it out. But if you want to not do it, you're not gonna miss a lot."
If somebody's put in the effort to see 1 through 7, I would definitely not be like, "Don't see 8."
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it would have to be really, really terrible to be like that.
I agree.
Even then, if it was like Tokyo Drift Part 2, I'd still be like,
I mean, there's a scene, there's ridiculous shit like a scene where Charlize Theron orders somebody to hack everything, or she's like, "Hack them all."
Yeah, when that happened, I was just like, "Hack the planet."
Yeah.
I went full hackers.
And then you're told that there's a lot of I'm gonna counter hack her. She's like,
no! Can we talk about the
shit.
resolution on that fucking ATM camera?
Shit! Yeah, and then the fact that Dom made he looked at it, and it was across like 2 streets, and he turns and looks directly into the fucking camera.
I was hoping he'd do it again for the next one, like so he just knows, like, if it was like a fucking satellite feed.
That would be pretty fucking great. Yeah, that thing zoomed in on his face and lost no quality of image.
Also, what kind of free time is Charlize Theron letting him have that he's able to orchestrate these people from like multiple countries?
Yeah, I don't get that. He was given 5 minutes to talk to Helen Mirren.
And that dude came up from Cuba just for this?
Yeah, I didn't get that because they showed the keychain thing like we were supposed to. I feel like maybe something was cut about that because it seemed like that keychain was supposed to be a symbol to Dom.
Isn't it just the Cuban flag?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's
they lingered on it.
Yeah, the way they lingered on it made it seem like it was when Dom had it in his hand. He
even
was
like
Yeah, he
finger bangs it.
yeah. The way he like touched it made it seem like, oh, this is a signal. The guy like kind of smiles and nods at him. It's like, wait, okay, is this like a fucking like? Or yeah, I didn't really get that. It was funny that we talked about it. It was funny that Charlize Theron did not hear or see the blinking red light tracker on that cross.
That was.
There's a scene where when they're escaping the prison, where this guy has been like saying, "I'm gonna get you, Hobbs. I'm gonna kill you."
Oh
and
my
then,
god, that
and
was
then he
so
finally,
good.
and he's another inmate, and then he finally like is blocking Hobbs' way, and he's like, "Fuck!" He's
got
spitting
a
water
shiv.
out of his mouth, like he's like, "Oh, you're getting fucking killed." He pulls out a little shiv. He goes to stab him. He says, "I've been waiting for this for a long time," and The Rock just blocks the stab and then makes him stab himself with the blade
In the fucking chest.
in the chest and goes, "Keep waiting, bitch!" and just throws
he
the
kicks him, I think.
Oh,
He like
okay.
kicks him off a
Dude,
rail. Like
the amount of amazing like just full front kicks from
Yeah.
The Rock in this movie.
yeah,
Just every other scene, he was just straight to the chesting
Jason
somebody with his heel.
Statham, just like he did a lot of kicks, but his were all the full body sacrifice where he's like, "Fuck it," and lift up both his
Yeah,
legs and drop
like
kick
running
him.
drop kicks.
Yeah, I did like that scene in the plane where Jason Statham had the baby, and
That was good.
and he was killing all those people. That was a little fun.
Those two do the best action.
I agree.
Oh,
they
by
had
far.
they had the best action scenes. And then some of the shit was just.
Can we talk about how Tyrese would have like instantaneous hypothermia or hypothermia?
Oh yeah. He was like not cold at all.
And then
after
he
was in
pulled
that
him
water
through
for-
what had to have been several inches of ice.
Well, he just used
Because if
that,
it was supporting a fucking tank,
he's just using that explosion to cool him off
to warm him up.
to warm him up. That's why they blocked. Which that was fucking
Yes, it
ridiculous.
was.
That was.
But it was
I would
sweet
have
looking.
preferred him just like crouching
Dying.
and bearing it, just by himself, like
No, he came out.
fucking
He just
invisible woman. Or
no.
something.
He comes out naked as the mother of dragons.
Or just naked.
I said to Charlie midway through that
the mother
because
of Subarus.
somebody was pulling up on a motorbike or what is it, the snow speeder? It's not
Snowmobile.
Snowmobile, yeah. And he was like,
No,
"Oh, it's gonna be."
a snow speeder. Yes.
Charlie said it's gonna be Xander Cage, and I was like, "No, he's gonna pull up, and they're gonna be like, oh, Dom," and he goes, "No," and then he pulls off his like Mission Impossible face mask, but it's still Vin Diesel, and he's like, "Xander Cage is what they call me. I've been undercover."
I would have enjoyed that to a ridiculous degree.
I would have loved that.
I mean,
shit.
honestly,
Like,
for another one, they should do. Well, they already kind of spoiled the gimmick with having Dom, quote unquote, turn on the family for this.
Yeah.
But they could have done one where easily the government took his
How'd you-
DNA and made a fucking clone of him or
how'd
something.
you
then
how'd you
have
guys
him
like
battle
that?
That'd
How'd
be
you guys
awesome.
like that? The twist of him having the kid or whatever.
It was fun.
I mean,
Did you guys?
wasn't really surprising when it was revealed.
Yeah.
I mean, like you knew it had to be something, and it was like
family
like
related.
no, like in the beginning, I was like, please let it be something terrible. Please let it be like, oh, he's driving like a fucking Civic, like
Because
like him behind the wheel of a Civic.
Because she does just show him a
No,
picture.
a PT Cruiser.
Oh my god.
A Mini
Oh,
Cooper
fuck,
with
kill-
a Mini
oh.
Cooper
No.
with the flag on it.
Yeah, the Mini Cooper with the flag, and it's just like
That would get
and
more respect at
No,
least.
no, but like the video is just like him edited into shots from Italian Job.
Oh, yeah. Or it's just footage of
supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
it's footage of him in the pacifier. She's like, I'll show him that you were in this movie. I'll remind
A
you.
blooper.
Yeah.
No, I'll kill my whole family.
It's the scene from the pacifier where he wrestles Brad Garrett, but he loses.
Well, I like what you said, Charlie. At first, you said that it was a chain email that says if you don't betray
Your family, like in 10 years, a ghost will come out of your bedroom closet and kill you.
and he's like, oh no, I don't want this phone.
To be fair, Dominic Toretto does seem like the type of character that has never used email before, and as far as he knows, that's very legitimate. It's like, it's on a screen.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fuck.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was superstitious as fuck as well.
Yeah.
It's on a screen. Fuck.
It's magic.
They do so much hacking in this movie. I like. Then there's one point where they
do
say
so
that,
much magic in this
yeah,
movie.
that's true. At one point they say that Charlize Theron's character, they're like, the internet super secret group Anonymous. Not even they'll touch her.
I don't know. I like that they just know, like, she has the knowledge of satellite movement that she can just fly in between satellite coverage.
Sure.
Yeah, that's they had those two big
Dude,
satellite things
giant
on the
satellite
plane,
dishes
so
on
it's all good.
They weren't like actual satellite dishes; they were satellite repellers. So
Yes,
they
exactly.
they separate. I was waiting for someone to say like, "So if we know where the satellites aren't gonna be, we know where she is gonna be." I was waiting for that so badly.
I mean, to be fair, that's like decent logic.
Yeah, it is. I like when they infiltrate the plane. They like fly in there.
Yeah.
And those two just came out of fucking nowhere. There was just
I
like
forgot where they were, like in the narrative.
I
of
was
the story.
wondering where Jason Statham was.
Well, I thought he was dead.
happening.
Like, I mean, they shot him and killed him, and I was like,
That's
oh
right.
shit, they
I
killed
forgot
Jason
about that.
Statham.
It takes more than 2 bullets to kill Jason
But
Statham.
the thing is, I also forgot that he was like, at that point, I was
You just
like,
immediately forgot that he was a character.
yeah, I was like, oh well, he's gone. Okay. I was like, damn, he's not gonna come back.
I like that movie has like, as we're watching this movie, we have like struggles with object permanence. Like, as soon as they're off screen, we're like, they do not exist.
So does Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we were watching like an ice snowstorm chase, and then all of a sudden we're smash cut to 2 guys just flying through the air in these
Honestly,
jumpsuits.
I thought they were fucking jets at first.
Well-
The first opening shot where they zip through the bottom, like, okay, there's like
I thought-
government or something involved.
Yeah, I
It's
was like, what is
no,
happening?
I thought they were bad
humans.
guys because Charlize Theron said like unleash the birds on them, and like nothing else should have been called birds except for them.
This is honestly what went through my mind as well once they revealed that it was people. And I think I even leaned over and told you, I was like, oh, one of those got to be fucking Vin Diesel. Because I had already forgotten that he was in a car on the ground with that sniper. It's like, oh, shit. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you did. I think I do remember that. That is
Because then when I saw him in the car, it's like, oh, that's where he was.
It's because the
That's
way
where he
these movies are edited, it's so just like
Like that one time I thought all the team was in the main base or whatever, and they cut to
you said-
Charlize Theron just walk like a door opening, her walking in. It's like, oh, she's another sneak attack, or she's gonna do a power move where she's like, I have all your families and whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna walk out of here, and then she just goes into her own place. Like, oh, okay.
yeah. I thought it was funny how they were like narrating down where Vin was with the God's Eye, and then they narrowed it down to, and they're like. And I just go, oh my god, the call's coming from inside the
No,
house.
I'm pretty sure
He's
we all
behind
said
you.
that exact
Yeah, no, at
same
first,
thing simultaneously.
no, at
Like,
first
everybody.
at first I did say, oh my god, he's right behind us.
Surprise.
He was about 30 feet.
Yeah, but then, I mean, obviously, that's
Kurt Russell's just
Mr.
calm-
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody's calm reaction of, ha,
He was
that's
like, "Wha-"
here.
Yeah, he was like, "Wha-" Yeah, he said, huh, well, look at that. And they're like, what? And they're like, that's here. I'm like, what the fuck? And they all get
The time that he took to say, well, look at that. Like, he could have been like, they're here. Go
Yeah,
dive,
get the fuck out.
Or hit some sort of panic button or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what Steve kind of just
yeah,
emoted. But he forgot we were in a podcast, so people don't know.
I made the noises of an alarm. These people know me by now, hopefully.
Oh man, do you guys have anything else you want to bring up?
I will say that I just remembered it. My singular favorite moment of that movie is when The Rock goes to like basically body slam somebody, but then like jumps up and curls up and drops the guy on his knees
yeah.
in like a double knee backbreaker.
Yeah, that was
full
crazy.
weight.
This is the first time I've ever seen Dominic Toretto do something that legitimately was like, oh my god, when he kills that one guy at the end.
Oh yeah, he like punches.
Like,
he
shows
puts his
him the
neck
fear
against
of
the
God
Oh,
into
when he-
his
You're
eyes.
saying when he was choking him?
Yeah,
That's-
and then he
And
that
then
whole
and,
part,
well,
like,
and then he just
yeah.
like hammer fists his head, his
yes,
face.
and like breaks his neck.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, no, the look in Vin Diesel's face when he was choking that motherfucker was terrifying.
You could not pay me enough to get to like be in that position.
That's like the shit nightmares are made
Or
of.
if
Like
somebody-
that face that he was
If
making.
someone had killed Paul Walker, that's like
Yeah.
the face
that's
that
the
he
last
would
thing that
legit
person
make.
would see.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. that shit was, oh my God, that's going to wake me up in the middle of the night in
Yeah.
cold sweats because, yeah, I already blocked that out of my memory because it's so terrifying. Oh, geez. Is that all?
No, that's all I've got now.
Charlie, are you good?
Okay, I did think at first the self-driving cars, it was funny to see the one guy that just like his Prius just kept running into the car and he's like, what the fuck?
Well, and then all of them driving out of the garage like
Yes,
a rain.
it's one of those repetition things where it's like, okay, it's not funny for a while, but then after a certain point, it just gets so ridiculous that then it's starting to get
and
funny.
then after all of them laying down,
It's like 50 cars.
and that's being generous. Maybe
Falling,
more.
too.
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 on the ground already.
On this one limo, and then after it's all done, they go. One guy goes, "We got him."
And that was like the time of like the worst product placement. That was like they like just focusing on the Jeep Grand Cherokee, like
Yeah.
lighting up.
All
And
the
I leaned over to
Toyotas.
Charlie, and like as it was like running someone down, I was like, nothing can stop the power of the Cherokee.
Well, that's when they were showing all the Toyota cars, like the
Yeah.
And when they're doing that, Madeline just turns to me and goes, "Man, this movie's got a lot of sponsors."
Sponsorship that they might not want though, especially Toyota with the time a few years ago the gas pedals are
Yeah,
getting
that's true.
stuck.
That's true. Well, it might be a
Well,
thing where
they're
like,
just leaning
"Please-"
into it.
They might be like, "Please put us in your movie, our cars in your movie," and they're like, "Well, we're gonna trash them the fuck up," and they're like, "Just please put them
No,
in
that
our
was
movie."
that was a car crash on the level of the Blues Brothers at the end when there's just
Yeah.
like a cop cars just diving onto each other.
Yeah, that shit was insane, and it was just it got, like you said, Charlie, the repetition of so many cars raining down on them, and then that guy just turning and saying, "We got him." Like, and as he's looking at a security feed of like satellite footage image of this one limo with like piles of
Yeah.
cars completely around it. Like, yeah, we got it, dude. We can see the image too. You don't need to. We don't need the update.
I'm also jealous of the limo with a minigun.
Yeah, yeah, and then Vin Diesel coming out in his best Crossbones cosplay or Taskmaster or whatever. Like he has a full body armor and a diamond saw, I would assume. And
One thing I wasn't really sure about was when they get his car pinned, the team does, and they shoot all their harpoons in, and then they all start pulling it tight. As soon as you get them taut, put the parking brake on that bitch and get out and walk up to the car. I mean, if he's gonna drive away,
Dude.
then he'd have to drag all the cars. Not
but he
saying
had
that he
5,000 horsepower.
couldn't. Not saying
dude.
that he couldn't, but them backing all up in a different direction is really gonna kind of neutralize that anyway. Out there, or you could get out and run up to him. Then at that point,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that was another thing.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like that's the perfect time for it to go to a foot chase where all of these people have this epic
Yeah.
like back and forth in and out like run like that's perfect
they
parkour
each
time.
do something that's their
I will-
specialty. So he
Yeah.
goes up to Tyrese and just says like, "You got the biggest fucking forehead on the planet Earth." Tyrese gives up.
I will say I did like how he didn't get out of that. Like his
Really
car,
have turned on us.
he wasn't able to get out of that. Like his car
Yeah.
got total. But that's another repetition thing, Charlie. That when they were like, "Oh, he's got to have like 2,000, 3,000 horsepower," and one guy goes, "Try 4,000," and then
No.
yeah, try 5. And it's like, okay, how many times are we gonna fucking do this? We get it. Even just those 2 times, it was like, okay. But yeah, I feel like we're talking a lot of shit on this movie, but it's like
Still had a good time.
Yeah,
Yes.
Still had a fun and enjoyable
awesome.
experience.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I mean, it's just like what else are they gonna do? Because
dude, they have to go. They have to go to space.
They got families. It has to be something
yes.
where yes.
And that's honestly
The International Space Station.
After 7, when they dropped the fucking cars out of the plane, I was like, they're going to space next one. I mean, and I don't think they topped. They didn't do anything to top that cars falling out of a plane in this movie.
Not stunts wise, but I think
Yeah.
stakes wise they did. I guess because
Yeah.
there's a nuke. But
Yeah.
then it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, what's next?
No, it's
And an
the,
EMP in this one, both of them, the two like biggest
but
threats.
the
Yeah.
EMP was for getting the nuke.
I know, but they were both still in there. I
Yeah,
guess
and-
like
and-
biological weapons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just- and I
that's gonna be good.
I do love how
but we can't go to Russia anymore.
The Rock and Vin Diesel both have just superhero strength. Like he just kicks off the hood of that car and like tears off the side panels at the beginning, and then he also just like lifts up that EMP by himself. He's like, "Hey, here we go."
to be fair, everything that The Rock did, I am thoroughly convinced is possible,
Yeah, no, that's
including just shaking off rubber bullets.
Oh, when he lifted Scott Eastwood, like a rag doll.
Oh my god! After he snapped off his
restraints.
Yeah, just boom, and then to the wall.
And I like that the guards didn't give a fuck.
Nope.
They're just like, whatever.
Well, the thing is, he didn't just put him to the wall. He lifted him up, put him sideways, and then to the wall.
Yeah, with his heavier half being higher up than his head.
Yep. And that had a great line of, which I hope is improvised, when they said, "How does the suit fit you? The orange suit?" And he goes, "A little tight in the crotch, like always."
Well, and just the cavalier nature of Kurt Russell, that entire everything that was happening, he was like, "Oh, come on, not again!" Come on, guys.
He's a welcome addition for sure.
Yeah, he was doing good. I don't give a shit about Scott Eastwood though.
Yeah.
His character was literally nothing.
And I don't think they really meant for us too much. They didn't give him like a family or anything.
Yeah, true. Well, now he's a part of their family.
Yeah.
I would have thought that was hilarious at the end when
Why the
Vin
fuck
was.
are you here?
Yeah, no, who the fuck is this guy? Because Vin has no idea.
I think it would have been funny if they like at the very end, throughout the movie, he's drinking Corona with them, and then at the end they finally give him a lime, just here you go.
Set it on the.
You graduated.
Oh shit! Vin Diesel. He showed up. He's
Where? Oh, he's gone.
Oh yeah, he left.
Damn.
You missed him, Charlie. He was just right here. He picked up the mic and he
Shucks.
said you graduated and he left.
I thought it might have been Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, but that bald head.
Good. I guess.
All right. Well, other than that, I think we're done talking about this movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to be seeing Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Steve, you're going to be seeing
True Confessions of an Assassin
Of
James.
a guidance assassin.
Yeah.
Whatever.
True Memoirs of an International Assassin.
There we
brought to you
go.
by
That's
Netflix.
the real title. I'm probably just
Yeah,
gonna watch
Kevin-
this tonight,
Kevin
so I don't have to
James.
worry about it.
Kevin James movies. And if you want to suggest stuff, if there are even movies that you want us to talk about on the prequels, like older movies, we saw Fast.
Or if there's a
Fast
movie
Eight or
that's coming
whatever.
out that looks like it's going to escape our clutches,
Yeah.
we might as a group see it and talk about it for a prequel.
But other than that, yeah, the socials are the Facebook page, the Twitter.
Hey, Tyler, what about something that
we
you
like.
actually enjoy this week?
Oh yeah, we got to do that. Shit, I was wrapping
we
up.
Actually like.
Okay, yeah, Steve, you take it away since you're so eager to talk about it.
I'm probably going to mention a new sitcom called. Well, it's fairly new. I think it started in the fall. It's called
Kevin can wait.
No, no. As I said before, Charlie, I think we can all wait on that one. No, it's called Speechless. It's basically a pretty formulaic sitcom, except the oldest child has, I believe, it's cerebral palsy, and so they bring in
Hilarious.
No, they bring in Cedric. They bring in Cedric Yarborough to be his
entertainer?
aide. That Cedric Yarborough is his aide, so he has
man.
he has a board of letters and phrases that he looks at, and so Cedric Yarborough just translates for him, and then he's just in another weird point for them to have wacky
Gotcha.
situations.
Huh.
But there have been some really funny lines. Like in the very first episode, he goes to this new school. It's the first time in public school because he finally has an aide because that way he can talk freely in class. They don't have to the teacher doesn't have to walk over to him all the time. So he's excited to be in a new public school, and all the kids are very excited for him to be there. And they're like, "We're gonna nominate you for class president," and he's like, "Why? I just got here." They're like, "You're an inspiration," and the teacher's like, "That's so great. How do you feel about that?" And because his first aide isn't Cedric Yarborough, it's this girl that has the job, and she goes, "He says, Ida, he's flattered." And just the way that comes off, they're not afraid to be a little. They use the fact that they can stop saying what he's saying well.
Gotcha.
he can be vulgar or ridiculous, and they can get around it by implying that's what he says, but then someone fixing it so that it's not said.
That sounds like a thing that would work better on a 6-episode HBO series, though, instead of if they do 23 episodes out a season. That
So
might be,
so
that
far
might
it's
wear
pretty
out.
it's because it reminded me when it was coming out. I thought it was going to be a lot like that Michael J. Fox show. There was a Michael J. Fox show where
the Michael J. Fox show.
yeah, the Michael J. Fox show, but the problem with that show
That's the movie.
is that all of the jokes were Parkinson's jokes, and I was like, okay, so we've used all
It
of
really
them,
shook
and it's
you to the core.
episode 2. Yeah. But it seems like more he's a character that they bring in at times, but they don't try to lean too heavily on it so that it gets old.
Mm.
They kind of keep it a good
Gotcha.
sitcom with just him as one of the players.
Gotcha.
All right. Charlie?
Something
Wait, so what was the name of it again?
It's called Speechless.
Speechless. Okay. And Charlie?
I'm looking forward to. I think it's tomorrow, so it should already be out by the time we release this episode. The trailer for the Kingsman sequel comes out, and that's something that I had forgotten about for a while. Like I knew it was being made, but I just hadn't heard anything for a while. And I'm looking forward to it, especially to see the American version of the Kingsman is being brought in for this.
Oh, yeah, because Channing Tatum's in it, isn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that until I saw
they're
it.
the Statesman or something like that.
That's
so
cool.
It'll just be fun to see a different dynamic of it. And I really enjoyed that first movie, and it's something that's just that's a sequel that I'm really looking forward to see. I'll definitely see it in
I
theaters.
completely agree with you.
Yeah. Did I? I don't really remember if I already recommended this or it was something that I actually liked. Did I do what we do in the shadows last time? I don't remember what I did last time.
I don't think so because
I feel like I'm trying to remember when I watched it and
I think
if
you watched it right before we recorded last time.
Okay, so I think I might have talked about it with you guys.
With us, but not.
If not,
I don't
mean,
remember for sure.
Yeah, if not, let me know if I already I forget. But yeah, I would recommend What We Do in the Shadows. It's on if you have Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime right now. It's under an hour and a half, but it's got Jermaine Clement, I think is his name, and it's got Rhys Darby, both Flight of the Conchords fame. Rhys Darby's only in it a little bit, but it's like a mockumentary about these vampires, and it's co-written and co-directed by Taika Waititi, who is doing the new Thor movie, Ragnarok. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get in, because I've heard good things about it. I'm like, oh hey, I'm about to watch it. I'm gonna see a movie that this guy kind of got his. This was like his launching pad, so let's check it out.
I also really enjoy it, but I will caution everybody: it is some dry British type humor at times. Go in not thinking that it's going to be like big loud jokes. Go in thinking it's going to be like some really good subtle stuff.
Yeah, I would say it's not a like laugh out loud hysterical thing from beginning to end. I think
like Here Comes the Boom.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. Because this one. Never mind. But and honestly, it kind of felt a little slow at some points. But then I think the points where it started to feel a little slow, Rhys Darby's character came in, he's like the head of a werewolf group, and the way he delivers his lines on his own, like I always thought he was hilarious in Flight of the Conchords as he's their manager and the band manager. It sounds like somebody's just dropping shit right above it. Anyway,
that wouldn't have hit that hard.
He's the band manager on Flight of the Conchords, and he's always hilarious in that. And he acts a similar way in this movie as well, but he kind of breaks up if anything starts to feel a little stale. Taika Waititi is actually the main character in the movie, and
I thought he was really funny.
Yeah, he does a great job. Also, because of this movie, I looked into Hunt for the Wilder People, because that's the next movie he did, and I found out that Sam Neill is apparently from New Zealand.
It was a shock to all of us.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Taika Waititi and Sam Neill started speaking, and I was like, "What is this nonsense?"
It's like when you first hear like an interview with Hugh Laurie, or when like Hugh Laurie was accepting his primetime Emmys. You're like, "What's going on now?"
There were riots at the ceremony.
Said the house fan clubs.
But yeah, so What We Do in the Shadows, I do not think I recommended it already. I would say check it out, especially if you have Amazon Prime. It's already on the player for free. So yeah. Other than that, we had and just a more incentive to go to the Facebook and comment and do stuff. We actually just got told by a Ghost in the Shell fan, Ian, on the Facebook page, made an extensive movie report about Ghost in the Shell, just kind of stuff we got wrong.
More importantly, he does really do a really good comparison of the original film, the manga, and the movie that came out recently.
Kind of the whole like franchise, like the Ghost in the Shell
Yeah.
franchise as a whole, because I think he's a huge fan.
Yes.
And that came across
sure.
and is right. And it was interesting to see, like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, this sucked, this did suck, but this was pretty good. They did this well, and
Right.
it's and he it wasn't all just like, oh, you fucking no, it's nothing like that.
No, most of it he was agreeing with me.
Yeah. It's and he corrected on us on a couple things, but it wasn't like, you fucking idiots. It's
mainly like names and stuff. Like
yeah. It's a pretty. I mean, I think we all three
Incredibly
read.
good,
Yeah, it's very long, but we still all three read it. And it was if you want to go check that out. Also, if you want like, recommended movies, stuff like that, stuff you want to hear us talk about. Facebook page Movie Versus, and the Twitter is at Movie Versus Podcast, and the Gmail is movieversuspodcast@gmail. So check us out on those. You can also listen to us on YouTube if you want to, on the 3 Wise Media YouTube channel. Other than that,
Talk to you next week. Is that where we're at?
bye.
Looks like you were gonna say something that long.
Movie Versus is a production of 3 Wise Media. For more information, check us out on Facebook.